Hi everyone, it's Paula Asinas. I'm here because a friend of mine challenged me to create a video to introduce essential oils. I started my journey with essential oils with a curiosity and a desire to actually find alternatives to common over-the-counter medications. I noticed I started to become too reliant on medicine, but I noticed I wasn't feeling any relief from that medication. So I started to ask around and do my own research. I searched online and I talked to people. And eventually I was invited to a class by some former Disneyland tour guide friends of mine. And from that class, I was intrigued. I learned about Young Living essential oils. And so I chose to purchase a starter kit. And then from there, it kind of just snowballed. So, essential oils are liquids and compounds that most commonly are steam distilled or cold pressed from plants. And essential oils, in their most pure form, are infinitely more powerful than the plants from which they are extracted. And what I've noticed in myself is that regular use truly does keep me above the wellness line, more so than any over the counter medication could ever do. Since I began using essential oils back in August of 2015, I have not had anything worse than a slight cough. Uh, I'm actually anemic, and so I'm usually pretty susceptible to getting sick. And in the past, every season change would bring on another round of aches and pains that were associated with maybe the flu or colds. I would feel feverish at the start of every school year thanks to students and their germy selves. And every spring, I felt like my sinuses were ready to explode because of the intensity of the pollen in the air. But I feel like that's all now part of my past since have learned how to use the oils to keep me healthy. And I've also learned what oils to use when I started to feel myself drop below the wellness line. So, someone once told me that the easiest way to use essential oils is by simply opening the bottle. And I thought that was pretty profound, especially because it just seemed too easy. But yeah, in fact, it's true. I mean, inhaling the oils through your nose sends the aromatic molecules straight to your brain. It goes up past your olfactory sensors and straight to the limbic system, which, as you know, if you watched that movie Inside Out, is the emotional control center of your brain. It controls everything from your heart rate to your emotions and your emotional balance and your physiological well-being. It's all there, and the fact that the oils can affect your body in such a way is pretty amazing to me. You also are able to use essential oils topically, so you can put it on your skin. In fact, I lots of times will take essential oils and I'll put drops of the oils into unscented lotions or bath gel, and I'll kind of increase the benefits of the essential oils by using them that way. And I've also ingested oils. I wouldn't recommend ingesting just any essential oils. Like if you were to buy them from, Sprouts or Whole Foods or what have you, you'll notice that sometimes on those labels it actually says not for ingestion. But I can't. I mean, we won't say the same thing for Young Living. Young Living oils have a seed to seal guarantee or seed to seal and promise, where we know exactly what goes into the oils and how they're made. So the standards are much higher with Young Living oils. And Young Living really does want to make sure that the essential oils are available for people to ingest. And they believe so much in the quality of the oils that they created a separate line, a vitality line of essential oils that are actually created specifically for consumption and to be used as a dietary supplement. So, the next set of slides that I wanted to share with you are all talking about the different oils that are included in the starter kit. When you become a member of Young Living, most people will start by purchasing a Premier starter kit, and the starter kit actually comes with some of its most popular, the company, the Young Living's most popular oils. So the first of the oils I wanted to share with you is peppermint, and I love peppermint for many reasons. As you can see here on the slide, there are many ways to use peppermint. One of my favorite things is actually to put peppermint in my lotion, especially when it's the fall or winter and my skin is extremely dry. My legs get really ashy and gross, so I'll put peppermint in my lotion to help soothe the dry skin and to hydrate my skin. I also will put a drop of peppermint on my thumb and press my thumb to the roof of my mouth if I have a really bad headache. The peppermint oils kind of help to ease my headaches, and I've noticed that it also will help with upset stomachs as well. Lavender. Wow, lavender is awesome. I love lavender essential oil. I actually put a drop of lavender in my mascara. Every time I get a new mascara, I'll put 1 or 2 drops in there, and the lavender actually will help extend the life of the mascara, and it's also good for when your mascara is a little bit older and is starting to clump. The lavender oil will also kind of freshen it up and liven up the oil as well. So that's really good for that. I actually make my own eye makeup remover with lavender essential oil. So what I do is I use some distilled water and witch hazel and fractionated coconut oil. I'll put those three things in one of those 4-ounce jelly jars, and then I'll put about 10 drops or so of lavender, and I'll shake it up. Then I'll take the round cotton discs, and I'll put about 15 to 20 of those in the jar. Usually I can squeeze about 15 to 20 in there, and that's it. That's all I need to do. I use 1 or 2 of those cotton pads a night when I'm taking my makeup off, and my eyes don't feel irritated afterwards, and I know it's toxin free because I put the ingredients in there, and it's great. My eyes aren't red and itchy afterwards. It don't sting because there's no alcohol in the product, and in fact it's quite the reverse. I feel like my skin's a little bit more hydrated because of the witch hazel and the coconut oil and everything else that's been put in there instead of the alcohol and other chemicals. So lemon is awesome. I can't tell you how much I love lemon. So lemon essential oil is awesome. I love putting lemon, actually any citrus oil. I'll put 1 or 2 drops of lemon or lime, sometimes even grapefruit or lemongrass. I'll put 1 or 2 drops in my water, and it helps to hydrate. It's refreshing, and it also gets rid of that sometimes that, I don't know, filter taste that some city waters have. So that's awesome. I also would really like to combine lemon with lavender and peppermint. It's the combination of those three. When you diffuse it, it's very calming, and it just smells happy to me. I also put those 3 same ingredients, so lemon, lavender, and peppermint. I'll put that in a one of those inhaler sticks, and it's really good for allergy season. I'll feel my nasal passages getting a little irritated, and just opening that inhaler stick up and smelling the essential oils that I've put in that blend, it kind of clears up my nasal passages and makes it a little bit easier, actually a lot easier for me to breathe. So the next essential oil in the kit is frankincense, and frankincense actually comes from a farm in Oman, and it's it's amazing. I mean, if it's good enough for Jesus, then it's good enough for me. I love frankincense. It's something that I put in my nightly face kind of serum. I put a few drops of frankincense on my skin in a lotion form. I put it in a lotion and apply it on my skin, which is so it's really good for your healthy skin. And it helps with wrinkles too, because as I'm getting older, I'm noticing wrinkles starting to appear that weren't there before. So it's good for that. It's frankincense has also been actually tied to benefits for people that have cancer, and some doctors have actually encouraged cancer patients to take frankincense, either internally or topically, or even just smelling the aroma of the frankincense is also going to be good for your body. So it's definitely a very powerful essential oil, and it's not cheap. So the fact that it comes in the starter kit, I think, is pretty awesome, because it shows that Young Living really wants to expose their new members to not just the cheap oils that they carry, but also the more expensive ones as well. And frankincense is one of those ones that when you purchase it by itself can be quite pricey. So this next oil is called Copaiba, and it's actually really, I don't know, I like to call it like the intensifier. It makes, when you combine it with other essential oils, it kind of just increases the power of that oil. So I don't know how else to describe it. It's especially great to use in combination with, like it says on the top there, Deep Relief, and Panaway, and also Cool Azul. Those are three oils that people tend to use when their muscles are sore. So when you combine Copaiba with those essential oils that people would use on strained muscles, then it really does intensify the power of that essential oil. So I love Copaiba for that reason, and I think it's great that Young Living includes this oil in their starter kit as well. Okay, I'll be honest. When I first opened the bottle of Digest, I thought it smelled so gross. I didn't like the smell. I I actually just put it away, and I didn't use it. But then I realized what it was for, and I read up on it and discovered that it's actually really good for calming an upset stomach. It's good for cramps, like stomach cramps, not girl cramps, but like for upset stomachs. I've used it for heartburn. It's amazing, and it works. And I've actually gotten used to the smell, and I actually now really do like the smell of it. And I think it's just because I feel like the reason why I didn't like the smell at first was because my body was actually needing it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's funny like that, but it works. And I get these really bad upset stomachs sometimes at night, and it's actually become part of my nightly routine. I'll put a drop of Digest in my hand. Sometimes I'll combine it with some peppermint, and I'll massage it into my stomach, and I've felt it kind of almost instantly it calms my upset stomach. It's great. I love it. Oh, Thieves. I don't know what I would do without Thieves. It's a godsend. It's so multi-use. It's amazing. I put these on the bottoms of my feet before I go to bed. It's just really good for overall good health. It's what I'll use at the slightest onset of a cold. I'll put it on my chest. I'll put it on my stomach, on over my heart, and like I said, on the bottoms of my feet. Because and the reason why you put essential oils on your feet is because your feet absorb so much. There are so many nerve endings in your feet, and so when you put essential oils on your feet, especially on the bottoms. It just goes straight up into your body where you need it the most. You've got VitaFlex points all over your feet that are associated with different parts of your body. So when you put essential oils on your feet, especially targeting those specific areas where you need it the most, it sends the essential oil straight to that part of the body that needs it. So thieves on your feet, especially if you're not used to the smell, and it is one that is tough to get used to, because there's a lot of herbs and other essential oils that are blended in to the blend of thieves. So it's got the nutmeg and tangerine, but especially clove, which for some people is pretty intense. So if that's too strong of a scent for you and you still want to get the benefits of it, then definitely you don't have to place it over your chest or under your nose, or you don't have to smell it. You can put it on your feet and put a pair of socks on and you won't even know it's there. So the next two oils on this slide, RC and Panaway, they're very different and they're used for different things. So I'm not really sure why they're on the same slide, but it's all good. We can work with it. So let's start with RC. RC, from what I understand, is it stands for respiratory congestion. So it's good for when you're feeling congested. I like to compare it to Vicks VapoRub, but without all of the chemicals. It's just a blend of essential oils, and it really does smell a lot like Vicks, but better, if that makes any sense. Sometimes I'll diffuse it, but because it's in such a hot commodity, it's not always available, and when it is available, they limit your purchase to only one a month. So I try to be a little bit more sparing and not just, throw a few drops in the diffuser. I will put it directly on my body so that I can get as much of the benefit as I can, and especially on my throat or on my chest where I'm feeling the most congested. With Panaway, Panaway is a great oil to use if you are have some achy muscles. A lot of people that I know will keep Panaway with them in their gym bags so that after a workout they can put it on their muscles to prevent any tightening of the muscles, and also because it does it's almost like a Bengay, but not chemically. So again, we're removing the chemicals, but we're still getting the benefits of the essential oils, and using them on our body where we need to use them, so that we're able to live toxin free. Purification and Stress Away. These two are great. Purification is one of the oils that I would always use. So I tend, I'll travel, whether it be on my own personal travels or if I'm, attending a conference for work or whatever. And Purification is the first oil that I will pull and put in the diffuser when I get into a hotel room, because I want to get rid of the yucky smells of whoever was there before me. I also will put Purification, like a drop or two of Purification, on a wet towel, and then I'll throw that into the wash, or sorry, not the wash, excuse me, into the dryer. So that will help to kind of refresh the smell without having to use a lot of chemicals and what have you in the wash and in the dryer. I have friends who have kids that are in sports, and so they will always put a drop of Purification in their child's sports bag. Like, I wish Purification essential oil was around when my brother played hockey, because man, oh man, those hockey bags were pretty nasty smelling. As far as Stress Away goes, Stress Away is it's calming. It actually has vanilla in the scent, and so it's very calming, and one of the ones that I will usually diffuse when I'm trying to finish a project at work. It's really just a nice kind of relaxing scent. I love it. And it's kind of a bonus oil. It's not one of the 10 oils that they include in the starter kit, but it's an added kind of almost like a thanks for joining, here's a present, which is an awesome present to get. So something else that comes in the starter kit is this thing, you get actually 2 sample pouches of this stuff called Ninja Red. And Ninja Red is like this power juice that is, it tastes great. Like I love the taste of Ninja Red. It's basically just juice. So I have friends who have chugged bottles of Ninja Red. So it's not going to hurt you to drink too much of it. But usually they recommend drinking about 2 ounces a day to kind of support your overall wellness. And usually my own personal routine is to take about 2 ounces of Ningxia Red and combine it with some essential oils, like lemongrass and orange, and sometimes even cinnamon bark and peppermint, kind of depending on my mood. But it's really good to combine those, and I'll take that in the morning with my vitamins. It's a great way to start the day, and yeah, I love it. So while I am sharing with you all of these different essential oils, it is also important that you realize that it's to your advantage to do your research and not just dive in without reading and understanding essential oils, because it's not like you could just take as many drops as you want. You kind of want to ease yourself into using essential oils and make sure that you're not having any negative reactions to them. And I while people have claimed to be allergic to essential oils, I think that what it actually is a little bit more of is that they're just sensitive to the oils themselves. Sometimes the oils are what we call hot oils, like thieves, because of the clove and some of the other essential oils, the types that are in the blend. They just tend to be extremely hot, meaning they can feel hot on your skin when you use it. So one way to combat that is to dilute the oils with a carrier oil, and you never want to just put water on it, because water actually is just going to act as fuel to the fire. It's not going to ease any type of irritation. Water will just make the irritation feel worse. So the best thing to do would be to have some sort of a carrier oil, whether it be fractionated coconut oil, or you could even use extra virgin olive oil if that's what you have in your kitchen. But an oil is going to dilute another oil. We know that oil and water don't mix, so don't use water. You also could be sure to drink more water. So lots of times, hydrating yourself will also help you to kind of not be as sensitive to the essential oils. And the other thing is that some oils do or are also photosensitive. In other words, specific oils like the citrus oils, they are not recommended to be used right before you're going out into the sun. Topically, if you're ingesting it, it's different. But when you put lemon or orange or grapefruit essential oil on your skin, then you definitely don't want to be going outside and hanging out in the sun. It'll just make you a little bit more photosensitive for probably about 10 hours. So, if you're going to put orange oil on your face, which is a good thing to do, then definitely put it on at night. So this is where you start. You start with a starter kit. The starter kit comes with all of the oils that I just described to you. It also comes with a couple of sample pouches of the Ningxia Red, and in addition, it has some sample sachets So you have, I believe there are samples of thieves, lavender, peppermint. I think there might even be frankincense in there. I can't remember. But in addition to the actual sample sachets, they also include some tiny amber bottles so that if you want to share the essential oils with other people, then you can put a few drops of the essential oils into the little tiny bottles and share those bottles with friends. So all of that comes in a premium starter kit, and then you get your choice of one of 4 different diffusers. The Dewdrop and the Home diffusers are your basic diffusers. Those are the most inexpensive options. And then the Rainstone comes with a remote, and it also has an LED light show that will play for you if you so choose. But it's a pretty smart looking diffuser. I just recently received my own Rainstone, so I'm super excited to use it. And then the Aria. The Aria is the granddaddy of the diffusers. It's beautiful. It looks good in a room. It doesn't stand out. It's really aesthetically pleasing. And the great thing about the Aria is you could actually plug in your iPod or your iPhone or other device that plays music. There's a phone, a headphone jack that is attached, and so you could actually play music because it has speakers. So that's really cool too. The best part about becoming a wholesale member and getting your starter kit is that your future orders, you're able to receive up to 24% off of the retail price. The and as far as what's required with becoming a member, really all you need is to do is just maintain a $50 purchase every year. Like, that's it. So if that's all you're planning on, if you're wanting to just do the bare minimum to keep your wholesale membership status, all you would have to do is just maintain that $50 a year. But I don't know how that's even possible, because if you love essential oils as much as I do, it's really hard to only spend $50 even a month. Like, I spend way more than that just because I think that I use them for everything now. So the other thing that Young Living does is they have this thing called Essential Rewards, and it's essentially like any frequent buyer program. When you sign up for Essential Rewards, they basically are encouraging you to purchase once a month. When you are a member with Essential Rewards, then by making just a once a month purchase, then you're able to save on your shipping costs. And then it's almost like a loyalty program as well, because for example, for myself, right now I am earning 20% back because I've been a member of Young Living and have been using Essential Rewards since I enrolled. And so I am getting 20% back, and I've been a member for just about 20 months now. So once I hit my 2-year mark, I will then bump myself up to 25% earning back. And the money, the Essential Rewards, those points, you can use those for oil. So you essentially get free oil by being a member. It's great. The other advantage to being a Young Living member with Essential Rewards is that they always offer these great promotions where if you spend a certain amount of money, then you get free stuff. And for example, this month, in the month of March, if you spend a certain amount, you actually could earn yourself a free bottle of frankincense. And frankincense retail price is about $96. So it's pretty cool when you consider that you're able to get a $96 bottle of oil for free just because you're buying oils that you are using every day. I love that. And I wanted to just kind of wrap up with just a few ideas of what you can do with the essential oils. So I don't just sit there all day long and open bottles and smell them. I've actually used essential oils in making some products that I've been able to use, just like I mentioned earlier about the makeup remover. I have also I noticed here there's an example of sugar scrub. I use lemon, lavender, and peppermint in my sugar scrub, and I make it with not with almond oil, but I actually use just regular plain old coconut oil because coconut oil, let's be honest, it's awesome, and it just smells so good. So my sugar scrub I make with coconut oil, but you could use any carrier oil that you wish. The advantage of using almond oil or grapeseed oil instead of coconut oil, though, is that with coconut oil, as you know, it hardens at room temperature. So sometimes, especially in the winter, it's a little bit difficult to get the coconut oil kind of warmed up. So I feel like in the winter months, I tend to be chiseling out the sugar scrub from the jar so that I can use it in my shower. But it works, and I'm fine with that. So these are just some ideas of what you can also do with essential oils. And the great part about joining a team of other people who are part of this Young Living family is that you have this awesome network of people that will support you and give you other ideas of what you can do with the oils as well. So there you have it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I hope you learned something. And if you're ready to sign up, let me know. I'd be happy to walk you through the process. I can't wait for you to get started.